Only I gotta do is talk to
Shalom, shalom, family, shalom. Shalom, family. All praises to the Most High. Honor and glory to the begotten beloved Son. Hebrew Primer chapter 2, last half of the alphabet. Let me pull this PDF up now real quick. Dang. That right there. Right there for that one. You're good to go. Hallelujah. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The honor and glory of his only begotten beloved Son, long live the King. Yahoo, 2017 year to push. Your brother Malachi Maccabee. Back at it again. This is a biblical Hebrew study. Sisters of Zipporah in the building. Shalom, sheep, bro. I end up figuring out how to get this still working. We all good.
It sounds like it's up or something.
You say what?
It's not clear. It sounds like you're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It might be the signal or something. Ain't no telling.
Gotcha.
Okay, we all good. We got a couple more invites about to pop into the room as well. We're gonna go over chapter 2 today, the last half of the alphabet. I seen you was busy on your homework. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was. I really want to get it.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna tell all the Hebrews, the Shebrews showing the bros out. All the Shebrews turning their homework in. You know what I'm saying? The brothers are slacking a little bit. I'm about to get on them a little taste. You know,
right.
But
get on them.
Yeah, there's a few Shebrews that been handling their business. They've been handling their business.
Daniel's standing here right
What's
now.
Going on? Yeah, they handling business.
I see Daniel Solomon. What's going on?
I've been getting some secondhand food.
I don't know, man. The Shebrews handling their business in this hour.
Yes, sir.
Handling their business in this hour. I'm gonna give folks a couple more minutes to join us. I sent out a few invites. Look at this. Somebody trying to call me now. Look at this. Hold on. Let me send you an invite, Shebrew, so you can come on in. Hold on. I'm trying to call me. I'm finna send you an invite now. She like, you ain't invite me in. Hold on. Know how it go.
Little bit just
little bit in the building. What up, little bit?
Shalom, y'all.
Shalom, yeah. It's going down. Hold on.
Okay. I guess I got it.
Yeah, you on her. I figured out how to do it. I was hitting the wrong button.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to come all the way outside. It's such grass. I had to come all the way out so he can help me get on here.
Got a couple more Shebrews. The brothers about to join in. Sister Valeria just joined in. Shalom, Shebrew.
Shalom, shalom. How are you all?
Blessed. Ready to get this study on. That's what's up.
Good.
Got a few more. Got a few more brothers and sisters about to join us, and we're gonna get started probably in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna run through chapter 2. You say what, love? Do what? Yeah, how long is it gonna take? All right. Come on with it. Come on with it. Yeah, I can. Yeah, go ahead. It's all good. Yep, y'all pull them PDFs up. Gonna get her done.
Yep, I'm getting there.
Somebody said they'll be back. You hear me?
Oh, he doesn't know. I guess it shows.
Shalom, family. Shalom. Shalom. Sister Beat, y'all. Pittsburgh in the building. Brother Will E out of the ATL in the building. Shalom, family.
Shalom.
We're going to get started in a few. Good to see all you Hebrews faces this evening. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I don't know if y'all caught. This is a book right here called 201 Hebrew Verbs. It's like $8 on Amazon. Whenever y'all get a chance, y'all might want to order that. Excuse this symbol right here. Excuse that. Feel me? But whenever y'all get a chance, look up the 201 Hebrew Verbs, fully conjugated in all the forms. Because as we go, we're going to be getting in the past tense, present tense, future, plural, singular, masculine, feminine. We're going to be getting into all of it. You know what I'm saying? As we go through the whole Hebrew primer. We're going to be getting to every, you know what I'm saying, aspect of the Hebrew language. So y'all might want to look that up too. 201 Hebrew verbs. Excellent to have. Excellent study tool. It was like $8 online. I got mine for like $8 used. You know what I'm saying? It was like $8 or something like that. It didn't cost much. Pretty thorough. All right, y'all. I'm ready to get it cracking. I think everybody else can catch up. I think we all good. We got a nice little chat going on right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got about 5 people in the chat. A couple brothers and sisters just not getting off work, so I sent them the invite. They can come on in when they ready. All right, I'm about to pull up chapter 2. Chapter 2 was the last half of the alphabet. All right, last half of the alphabet. And I see y'all Hebrews been doing y'all homework. That's what's up. That's what's up. The Hebrews, the sisters are showing the brothers out though. Brothers get shown out this hour. The Hebrews going hard in the paint. I'm like, dang. Males is all homework. It's been all sisters. It's been like 2 of the bros sent me some homework. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's been the sisters. I was like, dang. It's going down here. But y'all keep up the good work. Stay focused. Stay focused. You feel me? In no time, you'll be running through the language like it's English.
With the dots, with the 3 dots and 2 dots.
Oh, might as that. You seen them?
All right, y'all. Y'all about ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get it started. For y'all that's listening live on YouTube, we are in the beginning of chapter 2, the last half of the alphabet. Last half of the alphabet, the page number is 14. Beginning of page 14. And if you missed chapter 1, we got the rebroadcast for chapter 1. We did chapter 1 twice. It's on the Honor Humility STL channel on YouTube. You can get on there. If you got the PDF, you can go right through there and follow along and take notes, do the exercises, do the homework. And that way you'll be able to catch up with us. You know what I'm saying? And this will even be rebroadcasted as well, just in case anybody missed it. All right, so right here, the last half, chapter 2, the last half of the alphabet. And it says listed below. Is everybody there? We cool? Okay. Listed below are the next 6 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay. Listed below are the next 6 letters of the Hebrew alphabet plus 2 more vowels. So we learned 3 vowels in chapter 1. We got 2 more vowels and 6 more letters we about to go through right here in this section. All right. The next letter, get y'all notes out, y'all notes and y'all pens. All right, the next letter is pronounced with an L as in look. As in look. All right. And it's the Lamed. 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 All right. The next symbol makes an M sound as in moon. As in moon. And it's called the mem. M-E-M. Mem. 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 All right. The next character or letter makes an N as in now, and it's called the noon. N-U-N, like none. Noon. Noon. The next letter makes an S as in sun, and it's called the Semek. Semek. The Semek. Oh man, hold on. Clicked off. Forgive it, Hebrew. Bang. Pulled it up. Okay. And it's called a Semek. Semek. The next letter is an ayan, and it's a silent letter like your Aleph symbol. And it's silent, and it's based off the vowel points that'll be underneath it. It'll give off. It'll make an E sound, an A sound, an I sound. It all depends on the vowel marking that's beneath it. Ayan. Ayan. All right. The next symbol is what's called a pay. It makes a P sound as in part. Pay. It looks like a upside down backwards G. All right. When you see the dot in the middle of it, it makes a P sound. When you see it without the dot, it makes an F sound, as in food. The angel Raphael, that's the second letter in his name. All right. He's not called Raphael, he's called a Raphael. All right. So these are 6 more letters that we're learning right off the bat. Now we're gonna get into 2 vowels. All right. A as in hey. Okay. A as in hey. Now, whenever you see whatever letter, when you see that dotted circle, imagine that's any letter in the Hebrew alphabet. It could be even one of the 6 letters that we just went through. When you see those 2 dots, not 1 dot, but those 2 dots underneath the letter, it makes an A sound, like A. A. You feel me? A as in hey. So let me see. What my brother Issue at? Issue up. Where you at, Hebrew?
He's cutting grass.
Oh, okay. He cutting grass. Well, a little bit. The wife of Issue. Say I had a noon right there in the place of that dotted circle. What sound would that make?
With the 2 dots?
With the 2 dots, yes, ma'am.
Nay.
Nay. There you go. Nay. So 1 dot makes a what sound?
D.
E sound. E. 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 But when you see 2 dots underneath the letter, it makes an A sound. A. A. All right. The next vowel. It says as in bed. As in bed, or as in egg. You feel me? So when you see 3 dots underneath there, you see the 2 dots plus 1 dot underneath that. It makes an S sound, like in bed or an egg. So, Sister Zipporah.
Yes.
All right, now say I had the pay symbol, right? And I had those 3 dots underneath the pay symbol. What kind of sound would that make?
Pet.
There you go. Pet. It makes it sound like egg as in bed, or you know what I'm saying, or an egg. So the 2 dots make an egg sound like egg. And the 3 dots make an S sound like in bed. Okay? Everybody understand? People enjoying. Let me see if I gotta mute some mics real quick. Hold on, somebody on here tripping.
stuff you got there, but something nice.
That sister Alicia Edwards had to turn her mic down a little taste. All right. Let's get her done. All right, we in section 1 underneath that A in that bed, okay? Section 1, the letter ayan, like the letter aleph, is silent. Pronounce the vowel following ayan, but not the ayan itself. All right? Pay and fade are the same letter, although pay is pronounced with a P as in people, and fade is pronounced with an F as in food. I went down to 4. Jump down. Forget you, brother. Going down too far. So when you see that upside down backwards G with a dot in it, it makes a P sound as in people. When you see that backwards upside down G, and make it without the dot and make it F as in food. All right. So the new vowel, section 3, the new vowel, the 2 dots may be written in 2 ways: as 2 dots under a consonant, or as 2 dots under a consonant followed by a yod, as in yod and then the 2 dots. There is no difference in the pronunciation of hey with the 2 dots and hey with a yod. Both sound like the English word hey. Everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The new vowel with the 3 dots is pronounced eh as in bed. Is infrequently followed by a yod. You ain't gonna really see that followed with no yod at all, okay? All right, look-alike letters, look-alike letters. Let me see. My brother Skinny out the ATL. Where you at, Hebrew? Skinny and stepped away from the computer. All right, Sister Valerie Yah.
Yes.
All right, Hebrew, it's on you. We on the look-alike letters, all right?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna start all the way over to the right because Hebrew is written from right to left. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so that first letter, the first letter you see under the look-alike letters all the way to your far right is a what?
Mem.
Mem. Mem. Good shot. What's the next letter?
Tet.
Tet. Good job. Good job. Sister Beat Ya out of Pittsburgh, Steel City. Where you at, she bro? She might be having some technical difficulties. Sister Valerie Yah, finish it off for us. What's the rest of them letters?
Noon.
Yeah.
Gimel.
Right.
Noon.
Uh-huh.
Kof.
Noon and who? There you go. There you go. Now, and I know y'all realize like a lot of these letters look alike. And if you look at them at first glance, you can confuse them. You know what I'm saying? But as you go, you'll be training your eye to see it real quick and be like, oh, okay, that's a mem. That's not a tet. That's a gamel. That's not a noon. That's a cough, not a noon. You understand? So these exercises are very important because it trains your eye to look at the letters and not assume that you're looking at a certain letter. Okay? All right, check up words. Check up words. Who else we got over here? We got Sister Alicia Edwards. Let me see if she can hear. See with Sister Alicia Edwards. Sister Alicia Edwards, where you at, she bro?
I'm here.
Okay. All right, we right here where the checkup words is at, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, now remember, we always starting from right to left. So start at the top row all the way over to the right. How you pronounce that word right there?
The top row next to less.
Yeah, in the top row all the way over to the right. For starters, what are those 2 letters and then how you pronounce the word?
You got me off guard because I'm just coming in.
Okay, it's all good. No thing. All right, let me get Sister Zipporah.
Yeah.
All right, we on the checkup words. We on the top row all the way over to the right. All right. What are those two letters and how you pronounce that word?
The ones under checkup words.
Yes, ma'am. The checkup words. We in the top row, but we starting at the right. So give me the name of those letters and then how you pronounce the word.
The letter is lamed and samek.
There you go.
The word is
The word is
about
what?
next to left.
Yeah, no, that word you talking about. It's a lamed and a samek. How you pronounce that?
That.
Yep, because and why do you pronounce that less and not lace or lease?
Because of the dots. It's pronounced
Because of the three dots underneath the lamed. Because of the three dots underneath the lamed. Because of the three dots underneath the lamed.
Right.
Yes, the poor, you breaking up a little taste, she bro. You breaking up a little taste. Let me see. Can you hear me? Boy, you breaking up a taste. So the poor, you there? Can you hear me? Maybe that's that computer in the background or something. I don't know. A little bit. Where you at?
Here I am.
All right. You see where we at?
Yes.
All right. So look, that first word all the way over to the right at the top row. What are those symbols and how you pronounce it?
Lamed and samek.
Right. And you pronounce it how?
Lamed and samek.
Right. How you pronounce it though? The word
Less.
Less. Now, why is it lace? Why is it less and not lace or lease?
The three dots under lamed makes the S sound.
There you go. What's the next word?
And samek would be silent, so you don't really pronounce it. The three dots under lamed makes the S sound.
Who got their computer? Somebody got their it's all feedback going on.
Samek would be silent, so you don't really pronounce it.
Who is that? I a little bit. The next word is what?
In and tet.
Right. How you pronounce that?
8.
All right. Now, why is that? Why is it not eat?
Because the two dots up under in makes the A sound.
There you go. There you go, she. All right. Where we at? What's the next word?
The next one would be
all the letters and then how you pronounce it.
Samek, food, and teeth.
No, Samek. What's that next letter?
F.
Yeah, but what's it called? A pay? It's called a pay.
Pay.
Yeah. What's the next letter?
It's a T.
I know, but what's this called? What's the name of the letter?
T.
Yep. And what's that next letter?
That's it. It's just 3 of them.
And
the yo.
It's a yo, right?
Yep.
All right. So how you pronounce that?
Safety.
There we go. Because we got 2 dots underneath the submit. We got a no dot in the pay, which makes an F sound. We got 1 dot. Close the door. We got one dot underneath the tent, which make an E. So it pronounces safety. Safety. Excellent job. All All right, Sister Valeria, where you at, bro?
I'm here.
All right, you got the next row.
All right. This is a bet, and because of the 3 dots, it'll be an S, so bed, and the other one is a bed.
Yep. Come on. What else
The
you got?
next is Semek with 2 dots, so that's say, and it's just say because the yod will kind of blend into the A.
There you go.
So say.
Yeah. Good job. Okay.
Mem in the dot is me, and the yod kind of blends into the me, and the mem makes it L, so meal.
Yeah. You see how that work, huh? That work. You see how it all blend right in with each other. You know what I'm saying? So now we're using Hebrew letters to pronounce English pronunciations. You feel me? So that's what's up. That's what's up. Who else we got on her? Skinny, you back on the call, Hebrew?
Yeah, man.
All right. You see where we at, brother?
Yeah.
All right. You got 2 letters. You got 2 words down here. You down for them?
I can try, bro. I can try.
All right. That's all we asking for, Hebrew. Go ahead and try your best.
All right. So 3 dots. The 2 and the 1 at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Peg. So kind of difficult for me, man. I'm still trying to catch this thing.
Yeah, it's all good.
That egg sound or something, right?
Yeah, that makes the S sound, and that's a pay because you see that backwards upside down G with a dot in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So it makes a P sound, peg. But then you got a gamel right there, which makes the G sound. So it's peg. All right. And then the next word is a mem with 2 dots underneath it, which makes a may sound. May, followed by the yod. It blends in with the yod. May. And then you got a bet with a 1 dot underneath it, which make the E sound. And then you got it followed by a yod. So that's maybe. Maybe. You feel me? And if it's like if you ain't fresh up on it, you can always go back to chapter 1 on the Honor and Humility channel and follow through your PDF. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got to print out now. I got them all printed out. So.
Okay, yeah, you print that deal on out like you just did, and then you can go right through the whole lesson. You know what I'm saying? Right through the whole lesson, and you'll see it's real easy to follow. And then that way you get all your pronunciations and all that.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm young.
Yeah. All right. So look, next we got our reading practice. I see my brother Derek Rice, the husband of Beat, y'all there. Shalom, Hebrew.
Same.
Yeah, he right here.
Hey, shalom, my brother. That's what's up. Salute to the house of Derek. All right. So now we got the reading. Go check on your little sister. All right. So now we down here at the reading practice. Sisters of Paul Ra, we back on you. You got line 1.
Okay, it's lay all lay
There you go.
lay lemma.
You got the 3 dots. Le, like an egg. Le. What's that last word?
Last word is lemma.
Good job. House of Ishua, a little bit. You got row 2. Let's get it.
Okay, I have a question before I go on. What was number 4?
Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an al. That's an ayan because it's silent, but it got the minus sign underneath it. So it make an ah sign.
Okay.
So number 3 and number 4 of row 1 make the same pronunciation.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
Row 2.
Mix.
That is what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
You said it.
Yeah, she said it.
Yeah, you got it right. Handle your business, she bro.
Ready?
Yeah, come on.
Met. Made.
Uh-huh.
No.
No, nope. You got met, made. What else you got? What's that third one?
I said made.
Yeah, you said no.
Oh, the third one is maze.
Uh-huh.
You said no?
No, I didn't say no. I said like you good.
Oh, I'm thinking you said no. Okay.
No, you all
Meal.
good. All good. Yep.
Meal. Sol.
Nuh-uh. No, not Saul.
Mal.
There
That's
you go.
with an M.
Yeah.
Mead.
Uh-huh.
Meg.
Come on. You got it. Come on.
Wait a minute. Me. Fed. Me fed.
Me
Or me
fed.
paid.
Yep.
Me fed.
Me fed or
Okay.
me paid. Either one. Good
Okay.
job.
Either one.
Sister Valeria, you got in row 3. Let's get it.
Okay. Need.
Uh-huh.
Nabe.
Uh-huh.
Nell.
Come on, you got it.
Not.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Knee.
Uh-huh. There you go.
No.
Net. No, you got it. Net.
Okay.
Yep.
Net. And then last one is nail again and
Yep.
net.
They make the H, the 2 dots make the A sound. So nail. What's the
Nail.
second to last one?
Nays.
There you go. Uh-huh.
And nay.
Nuh-uh. No, not nay. Yep.
Nah. Naka.
There you go. Not ka. All right. Sister Alicia Edwards, where you at, she bro? She ain't on there. Where's Sister Beak Yah at? Sister Beak Yah, where you at, she bro? You got row 4. What's up, little jumper? You cool? What's wrong with you? All right. Well, yeah, if y'all stalling, I'm gonna jump on it. We on row 4, right?
Yes.
We on row 4. I got sail, said, say ya, sock, save, save, sod, saka.
What was the third one?
The third one was 1, 2, 3. Say.
Say.
Yeah, say.
What's on the end?
That's a hey, but it's nothing underneath it. Hey is silent if it ain't got nothing underneath it.
Okay.
Say.
Right.
Just like in the Most High's name, that's the last letter in his name, Yahweh or Yahweh. But we don't say Yahweh ha or Yahweh ha. You feel me? It don't got nothing. It don't have a verb. I mean, a vowel underneath it for no type of pronunciation. So you just say So sail, said, say, sakah, save, save, sod, sakah. All right, row 5, row 5. We back on you, Sister Zipporah. Let's get it.
Me, Sister Zipporah, did you say?
Yeah, Sister Zipporah.
Okay.
I was trying to
row
get
5.
deep. I was trying to get deep, y'all, and Sister Alicia Edwards. They ain't saying nothing. So we on row 5.
Okay. Row 5 is Ed, East,
She sleep.
as, with odd,
Where you at?
all,
Where you at, Shebrew? Okay, I see you.
Av,
Azza. That's a Zion. That's a Ayan and a Zion. That's a Az. Az.
Az,
Yeah.
let me get this last one. A, nay.
A nay. Here, do that row 5 over. Do that row 5 over.
You do that on. Okay. Ed, ease, eek, as, no,
8.
not as, Oz,
Did you get that
all,
8? Okay.
is it a? What's number 6? Is that A?
Yeah,
Number 6.
You would say that's an ayan, yod, and a samek, but the 2 dots underneath the ayan, so you would say ace. Ace, like your ace of spades, ace.
So it's A. Okay. Oz,
Ava, ava.
and A nay.
There you go. Good job. Good job. What a little bit in.
I'm ready.
Let's get it, Shebrew. Row 6.
Pa, pa, pog, pig, peel, peed, pay, peas.
Nope. The second to the last one is what?
Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. Peeve.
Not Eve. Them 2 dots underneath there.
Pay.
Yep, so pave.
It's pave.
Yep.
And papa.
Papa. There you go. Papa. Whatever you choose.
Okay.
All right, Sister Valeria. Row 7.
All right. Pa.
No.
Oh, 7. Oh, sorry.
She gonna be too loud.
Key.
Yeah.
Et. Pa.
No.
Et. No.
You got key. You gotta start over. Start over at the beginning of row 7.
Okay. Key.
Yeah.
Et.
Yet. Are you saying yet?
Yet.
Yes. Yeah,
Yet.
yet. That's a yod in the tet. So you would say yet. All right, go ahead.
Yet. Tet.
Yep.
Set.
No, what's that right there? That's a
Semek.
you should, what did you say before that then? Was the bet?
Oh, before the Semek, I'm not too sure, but it was a bet.
Yeah, that's
Bet.
a bet and a tet. So you would say with the 3 dots underneath the bet. So you would say bet.
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 Okay.
And set.
Yep.
Left.
Yep.
Lace.
There you go.
And late.
Late. There you go. There you go. Or my brother Derek Rice in the building. What's up, Hebrew? You want to take a crack at one of these?
I'm on his phone, bro.
Okay, sister Beat Ya in the building. Okay. Well, you got row 8. You got row 8. What it say?
Case. Case.
Case. You say case?
Case.
Okay.
Case. Pail.
Right.
Pail.
Fail. Go ahead.
Fed.
Okay, good job. Come on.
Led.
Mm-hmm.
Aid.
Uh-huh.
Laid.
Good job. Good job. I'm gonna do row 9. I got C, made, ease, peas, teas, days. Row 10, Sisters of Port Ride. Where you at, she broke?
Okay. Row 10 is meat, milk, set, thought,
There you go. Good job. Uh-huh.
dog,
Uh-huh.
dot,
Yeah.
and box.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Little bit. Where you at, she broke?
Here I am.
All right, you got row 11.
11. Knee. Nay.
Uh-huh.
Nah. Pabe. Pots.
There you go. Good job.
Pays.
Mm-hmm.
Ace.
Good job.
And eyes.
Good job, little bit. Good job. Sister Valerie Yah, you got row 12.
All right. Gail.
Gail. Go ahead.
Gail.
Good job.
Dale.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Tail. Dale.
Right.
Tail.
Uh-huh.
And tail.
Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. Excellent job. Excellent job. Look at that. Only after about 2 or 3 classes, y'all straight reading Hebrew. That's what's up. That's what's up. All praises. All right. Next thing we got is what's called the last 5 letters and 2 vowels. All right, the last 5 letters and 2 vowels. So we done learned when to learn the T vowel, which make an I sound. The minus vowel, which make an I sound. The one dot, which make an E sound. The two dots will make an A sound. The three dots, which make an E, like an egg or in bed. All right. Now we're going to go through the last 5 letters of the left bet and 2 more vowels. All right. All right. So the next, this is what we have right here, son. So the next letters that we're going to deal with makes a TS sound as in nuts. So you trip up at the end of the word, it's like a T and an S together. T and the S is blended together. It makes a Z sound. Like I know brothers that said later forward, I'm just gonna say Z. I know some people that say later forward, I'm just gonna say S. And then the brothers that pronounce it without any type of vowels, they just say Taza. But this ain't hard to pronounce. If you can say nuts, like your almonds or whatever, nuts, at the end of that, notice how the T and the S are combined. Z. You see a T and the S. And this symbol right here is called the Zayd. 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 It's the first letter in the word for righteous in Hebrew, which is Zadik or Zadek, which means righteous. All right? It makes a TS sound. It's the T and the S combined together. The next symbol makes a K, or write in your notes, a K/Q sound. K/Q. And it's called the Kodesh. I mean, my bad, a Kuf. My bad, it's called a Kuf. And it's the first letter in the word for holy, which means, I mean, that word is Quodesh or Kodesh. Like when you say Holy Spirit, you say Ruach HaKodesh. All right, that's the first letter in the word for Quodesh or Kodesh, which means set apart or holy. All right. The next letter makes a R as in Robin, and it's called a Resh. Resh. All right, Resh. And it's the first letter in the word Ruach. Ruach. And it's up to you. Some people like to sound fancy and they roll their R's. They like Ruach. You know what I'm saying? Me, I just keep it simple. I don't do all the rolling of R's. So I just say Ruach. It's the last letter in the word for God in Hebrew, which is Shamar. I don't say Shamar. I just say Shamar. All right? So it's called a Resh, and it makes an R sound as in Robin. All right? The next symbol is called a Shin, like the shin bone, Shin. And it looks like a W. It looks like a W. Now, the dot at the top right of the W makes an SH sound. If you see the dot at the left side of the W, it makes an S sound as in sun. So you got an SH, you got an SH if the dot is at the right side of the W, and you got an S sound if the dot is on the left side of the W. And it's same, it's still the same letter, Shin. Shin, close the door. And the last letter makes a T as in tall, and it's called a Tav. 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 Everybody understand?
Yep.
All right, let's get into it. We got some more vowels. Last 2 vowels. All right. Now, when you're dealing with this vowel right here, you're dealing with an O sound and an U sound. Notice the symbol that they're converting into an O. What symbol is that? You see where it says O as in low, and then they got that symbol with a dot over it. What symbol is that in Hebrew?
That's the Wav.
That's the Wav. That's the Wav. You're going to start seeing that, like, you hear some brothers say Shalom, and then you hear other brothers say Shalawam, right? Well, that's because they say Shalom is because when it comes to the Wav in Shalom, they put a dot over the Wav, and so you get an O sound, Shalom. So again, some brothers and sisters don't speak the Hebrew with vowels. You know what I'm saying? So they just say the Wav. So they'll say Shalawam. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. They're to convert the Y into an O. they put a dot over the O, a dot over his head. All right? To convert the wav into a U or a oo sound, they put the dot in the gut, like you got punched in your gut. Ooh, ooh. You see what I'm saying? So when the dot is in the gut of the wav, it make a oo sound or a U sound. When the dot is over the head of the wav, it makes an O sound. Everybody understand? Now trip off this. Also, y'all see those 3 little dots that slanted? Next to the zoo, those 3 slanted dots also make a oo sound. Also make a oo sound. And as you go on, you train your eye to see what's going on. You got to keep her in nerve while I'm doing this. All right. So whenever you see them 3 slanted dots, it makes an oo sound. When you see the dot in the gut of the Y, it makes an oo sound as well. Ooh, like you got punched in your gut. When the dot is above the Y, it make an O sound. Because you didn't heard before, there are no vowels in Hebrew. Technically, they're right. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to reading the Torah and the Tanakh in Hebrew, you're gonna start seeing all these dots around the letters. And these dots are telltale signs of how to pronounce the word. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start seeing T's, minus signs, 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 3 slanted dots, a dot over the wav, a dot in the gut of the wav. You know what I'm saying? And once you train your eye to look at it, you'll be able just to shoot them off as they come. Okay? Any questions? Go ahead, Shebro.
On the O as in low, the dot is above the wall, and then there's a circle.
Yeah.
On the other side, I see maybe just my printout, but there's a random dot above it. Is that all? Is that was there supposed to be a circle or a dotted circle there saying that?
No. That's just, I see what you're saying. That has nothing to do with anything. Like if that was like for the word shalom, you got shin, you got lamed, you got Y with a dot over it, and then you got an M. So the L before that Y with the dot make a low sound. Low. You feel me? So I see what you're saying about that dot over there, but that has nothing to do with what we got going on. But you will start seeing dots like over, say it wasn't a Y, right? And you saw a dot over a certain letter, like an M or something. That will let you know to go ahead and say mo and not ma. You know what I'm saying? No and not na or ni. So you don't always have to have a Y there to make an O sound. You know what I'm saying? If you see that dot over a letter or something like that, you know that's an O sound coming.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So now we down to 1. Section 1 right here. All right, baby. Hey, little Joker, sit down. I mean, you sit right here. You all good. Copper squat. You all good. All right, we down here, section 1. You all good? No, y'all good. Y'all good. Copper squat. You all good. I'm just checking this comment board, make sure ain't no questions. I'm going to rewatch all 3 lessons. Yeah, no doubt. The one brother, Abadia Yaikwab, just post your email in the chat so somebody can forward you this PDF. You're not going to be able to know what we're talking about without the PDF in front of you. You're not going to be able to check this. You're going to be lost trying to follow along without the PDF. We all reading off a PDF. You know what I'm saying? Studying out a book. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong? Y'all good? Huh? Nothing, you better not be crying. That little joker ain't finna cry. You finna cry, boy? No, sit on up. You all good? Little joker. Okay. All right, so we all good. Okay, we down here. We go right up on the word say suet. Right down here, we'll say Zuet. Underneath there, we got number 1. The shin and the sin are the same letter, although shin is pronounced with a SH as in shape, and sin is pronounced as S as in sun. All right? And everybody see that because of that dot right there. That's just how you know it either makes an SH sound or a S sound. Okay, I said that. 2, Tav and Tet are both pronounced the same way, T as in tall. So now you got another symbol that makes the same sound as the Tet. Both of them make a T sound. All right. 3, Kuf and Kaf are both pronounced the same way, K as in kitty. That Kuf can also be pronounced with a Q though. So put that in your notes. All right. There's no harm, no foul. If you say Q or Qua instead of Ka, you're not going off. All right. Number 4, Sin and Samek are both pronounced the same way. S as in sun. 5, the new vowel, Y with a dot appears to the left of the letter and may be written in 2 ways: as a dot at the top of the Y, appearing to the left of a consonant, or as a dot to the upper left of a consonant. That's what the sister was talking about. It's a dot hanging over there. When you see that dot above it, it makes an O sound. It makes an O sound. The sound is the same whether the vowel has the Y with the dot or just the dot. It still makes an O sound. Now here comes an example. All right. You'll see over to the right, you see an ayan and a dalet with a dot over the right side of the dalet. The sound is O, O, O. All right. Next to it, you see an ayan with a Y, with a dot over the Y, with a dalet, and you still say O, O. Everybody understand?
Yes.
All right, number 6. The second new vowel, Y, in the gut may be written in 2 ways: as the letter Y with a dot in the middle, appearing to the left of the consonant, or as 3 dots underneath a consonant in a diagonal shape. All right. Both vowels have the same sound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here go the examples. When you look at the first word to the right underneath 6, you got a resh and you got a tav. You pronounce that root. Root right there, son. Root. The word next to that, you see a resh, you see a Y with a dot in the middle, and you see a tav, and you still pronounce that as root. Root. All right. Number 7. The Y is not a vowel and a consonant at the same time. When a Y functions as a vowel sounded O or oo, it does not have the sound of V as in vine. All right. So in other words, when it's converted to a vowel, when you see the dots over the top of the Y or in the gut of the Y, it's a vowel. It's not a consonant at that time. Now, if you speak in Hebrew without vowels, then you will be saying wa or va. But we're gonna keep it simple. You see the dot over top of the Y, it makes an O sound. When you see a dot in the gut of the Y, it makes an oo sound, like somebody's punched you in your stomach. Ooh, ooh. All right. All right. With a dot above it, the Y sounds like O, as in row. With the dot in its center, the Y sounds like oo, as in pool. With a vowel under it, the Y sounds like, with a vowel under it, the Y sounds like V, as in vine, with its vowel sound. With a vowel under it, the Y sounds like V. Without a dot, there must be a misprint. Without a dot under it, the Y sounds like V or Y. All right. So in other words, if you don't see a dot around the Y, it's a Y. Or if you choose to use V, it's a V. When you see a dot in the middle or a dot over top, it's a vowel at that point. It's either gonna make an O sound or it's gonna make an oo sound. Everybody understand? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we're doing some words right underneath that. All right. Sister Zipporah, that word all the way to the right. What are the letters and how do you pronounce that?
The letter is the Wav or the Vav,
Mm-hmm.
the Yod, and the Lamed
Right.
with the one dot that sounds like E, which makes it veal or either wheel.
There you go. Good job, sir. You either get wheel out of that or veal. Wheel or veal. Excellent job. Little bit. Next word. What we got? Give me the letters and then explain why it's pronounced the way it's pronounced.
The first one is V. It has the one dot, which makes the E sound. The Yod would be silent.
Mm-hmm.
Then the V sound, which makes Va.
Yeah, the vibe. Look, give me the name of the letters.
The name of the letter is.
Then give me the sound and why it's pronounced the way it's pronounced. You feel me? So it's not a
Would be,
V. It's not a V. It's a Vav or Wav.
would be Vav, Vav, and the last one would be the Hey.
Right.
So would be Viva.
Viva, Viva. Why is it not Vova or Vava?
Because it's the Vav here is a consonant and not a vowel.
That's right. That's right. But you got a dot underneath that Vav, right? So what sound does that Vav make with one dot?
E.
There you go. And then the second Vav has a T underneath it, right?
Yeah.
Why that don't make an E sound?
It makes the I sound because it doesn't have it's not a vowel.
There you go. There you go. I mean, it's a vowel underneath there, but that the sound is made is a va. It's a va sound. You feel
Right.
me? So it's viva, viva, because the T makes an I sound, the minus sign makes an I sound, the one dot makes an E, two dots make an A, three dots in the triangle make an S sound. All right. The dot in the middle of the Y makes a oo sound. Dot over top of the V make a oo sound. I mean O sound. And three slanted dots underneath any consonant makes a oo sound as well. So y'all doing a good job. All right. Sister Valerie Yob.
A wav or a vav with three dots is a ve, and then you have a tet, and that's gonna be wet or vet.
There we go. There we go. Why is it not wheat? Why is it not wheat?
One dot, which would give you the E, double E.
There you go. Excellent
Vet,
job,
so
She. Excellent job, She Brew. Oh, where my sister Alicia Edwards at? You on her, She Brew?
I'm still here.
Okay. Can you tackle that last word for us?
Okay. It's a wav with the vowel underneath it, which makes the I sound, and then the lamet. So it's veil. No.
That valve with the two dots make what kind of sound?
The I.
It makes an A sound. A
sound. Yeah.
And that's why you get veil. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So not an I sound because it would have been vowel. It would have been vowel. It's an A sound. Two dots make an A sound. Veil. Veil. All right. All right. Number 8. Number 8. When the vowel appears next to the shin, the dot from the shin usually combines with the vowel. We right here, son. when the vowel appears next to the shin, when the vowel appears next to the shin, the dot from the shin usually combines with the vowel. So when you see right over here all the way to the right, you'll see mem. You see with a dot over the mem. You see a shin with a dot right there to the right. All right. Then you got 3 dots underneath the shin, and then you got a hey. Okay. How would you pronounce that? Who know?
Moshe.
Moshe. Now, who is that? What famous person is that in the Bible?
Moses.
That's Moses. That's how you pronounce Moses' name, Moshe. But you see where the equal sign is at, right? And then the final form of it, you see mem, and then you see a dot over the shin, and then you see a hey. You don't see 2 dots. So as you go, you'll be training your eye to be like, okay, well, that O sound still comes, even though that's a shin with the dot. You know, you understand that mem still gonna take on that O sound. That's what number 8 is saying. When the vowel appears next to the shin, the dot from the shin usually combines with the word. So you wouldn't say Meshe and you wouldn't say Mishe. You would say Moshe. That dot still counts as an O, and it lets you know that the SH is still a shin. Everybody understand?
Yep.
Okay. All right. The next word. We got yod with an O over the yod. We got a shin with 2 dots underneath the shin, and then we got a bet. How would we pronounce that?
Yeshad.
You would pronounce that.
Yeshab.
Yeah, right there. You would pronounce that Yoshab.
Moshe.
Because remember, the 2 dots is underneath the shin, which make an A sound. So what it is, it's combining so you won't have too many dots in the text. It's just combining it. It's saying the dot over the shin can pass for the O, and you can still pronounce the shin the way it needs to be pronounced because the vowel's underneath the shin. So you got Moshe, and then you got Yoshe or Yoshe. Okay?
I have a question.
Go ahead and shoot.
So, is there any time when the shin is going to have the vowels and next to, let's say if it was next to the mem and where it says Moshe, is there any time when it's gonna like combine together and it doesn't make the oo sound? Or
the O sound you talking about?
Yes, sorry, the O sound, yes.
Yeah, whenever you see that construct like that, and then you looking at the shin and it has its vowels underneath it, it's letting you know that the O sound is there. It usually it's only a few occasions where it may be a little different, but for the most part, it'll be what it is right here. That's what this is explaining. For the most part, there are exceptions though, but as we go along, you'll catch them. You'll catch them as we go along. But that comes along with training your eye. You know what I'm saying? Like there are exceptions to the rules, even in Hebrew. There are exceptions. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's just showing you that when you see that dot over that shin, you know what I'm saying? Then you see the vowel points underneath the shin. That vowel point basically is barred by the consonant before the shin. You still say you make the O sound with that. O sound. O sound. All right?
Thank you.
Okay. Look-alike letters. Look-alike letters. Sister Zipporah, where you at? She broke.
This is like me being on the phone.
All right, Sister Zipporah ain't on her.
I'm on the phone.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. We right here where the look-alike letters at. All right. Start all the way over to the right and give me those first 2 letters. Right there.
The first 2 letters are left.
And the left and what?
How you pronounce it?
Zayd. Zayd.
Say D. Say D.
Zayd. Yep. Zayd. T and the S together. Zayd. Zayd.
Say D.
Zayd. All
Say
right.
D.
Okay. Little bit. You up next. What's those next two letters?
Kit and Tav.
Good job. Sister Valeria, you up next. What's those two letters?
IN and to say D.
There you go. There you go. Now, I skipped my sister beat y'all last time. So beat y'all. Them last two letters, what are they?
Resh and Dalet.
There you go. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. That's a Resh and Dalet, boy, right there.
Take it out.
Okay. All right. Now we got checkup words. Checkup words. Okay. Yeah. Checkup word. Now we right here. We should always start to the right. Sister Alicia Edwards.
Uh-huh.
All right. Where the checkup words are at. We on the top row. We all the way over to the right. All right. What are those two letters? And why are we pronouncing them like that? Go ahead.
Well, the vowel there is on top and it's making the O sound.
Right.
And then the letter that is next to is the nun.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next letter is the tet. So
Okay.
it's note.
Good job. Good job, Shebrew. All right. We back up top. Sister Zipporah. What's the next word? Give me the letters and the word and why we pronounce it like that.
Okay. The first letter is Kuf. Second letter is Wav or Vav. The third letter
Mm-hmm.
represents the O sound in the vowel. So the word is coat.
Coach. Good job. Good job. Coach. Coach. All right. Let me see. Little bit, you up next. What's the next group of letters?
The first letter is Resh. The second one is Wav. And the third one is Lamed.
Okay.
And the word, it would be rule because the consonant, the middle letter is a consonant and not a vowel with the dot in the middle. Did I say that right?
Yeah, it becomes a vowel when it's a dot in the middle. It becomes a vowel.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It becomes a vowel. And it makes what kind of sound?
Ooh.
There we go. So the word is what?
Rule.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good job, Sister Valeria.
Okay.
You got this one kind of hard, but you got it though. You got it.
All right. You have a cough, and then you have a wah or va.
You got the koof. That's a koof. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wah or va.
Mm-hmm.
Another koof, and then you have a hey. And this first word is going to be ko because the wah has a dot above it, which makes O as in low, so ko. And then the cough has a T below it, so it's going to be ka. So koka.
There you go. There you go.
The next part has a cough, a wah or a vav, a lamed,
hey,
and a hey. The cough is going to say ko again for the same reason before, because the wah has a dot on top, which is going to give you the O as in low, so ko. The lamed has a T below it, so it's going to be la, so Cola. So the whole thing is Coca-Cola.
Good job. Good job. Good job. All praises. Hallelujah. All right, Sister Alicia Edwards, see through. It's on you.
Okay, that is the shin. And that's because the dot is over to the right. So it makes the SH sound.
Right.
And then the wav with the dot on the top of it makes the O sound.
Right.
And then that is the aleph, which is going to be silent. So it's going to be show.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Sister Beat Ya. Steel City in the building. It's on you.
Okay, the first letter is it's a shin, but also a sin. This one will be a sin because the dot is on the left side.
Right.
And with the wav and the dot in the middle, that will make oo, so that is Sue.
Good job. Good job. Y'all Hebrews handling y'all business. And y'all showing the bros. Y'all showing the bros out too. Y'all doing y'all homework and everything. I'm like, dang. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we back up to Sister Zipporah. What are those letters and why it make the sound it makes?
Okay, so we have the top, then we have the 3 dots beneath it that represents the oo sound of the vowel. So that will make the word two.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Y'all reading Hebrew. Y'all gonna be scholars in a second. All right, a little bit.
The first letter is bet, and with the 3 dots under it, it makes the bet sound. The second letter is the Sadie.
Yep.
And it has the 1 dot, so it makes the E sound.
Right.
And the third letter would be the yod, that makes the Y sound. But it's silent, actually.
Right.
And that's Betsy.
Betsy. Excellent job, Hebrews. Y'all handling business. Y'all sure handling business. Can y'all imagine once we get up into like chapter 10, y'all gonna be rolling with it. We're playing no games out here. All right, we got the reading practice. All right, reading practice. I'll do the first line. Then y'all follow on up. All right. The first line. I got Zug. I got Zoe. I got Zo. I got Zo. I got Zug. Z. Zak. Za. Zafa. Zafa. All right. Let me see. Sister Valeria, you got line 2.
Oh, all right. Line 2. Hold on. This one is a cough. So, cove.
Yep, Cove. You got it. Come on.
Coot. Hob.
Yeah.
With the cool or cool.
Yeah, cool. You got that. Come on.
Hob. Keys. And Kuka?
Cuckoo.
Oh.
Cuckoo. Somebody crazy in the deal. All right. Sister Alicia Edwards is on you. She grew. Line 3. What it do?
Okay. Rot.
No.
Root.
There you go.
Okay, and then row.
That dot in the middle.
Oh, roo.
Like you got one, the dot in the middle. The easiest way to remember the dot in the middle is to look at that middle like it's a stomach. Like somebody punched you in your stomach. You're going to be like, ooh. So that would be roove.
Roove, okay. And then rob.
No, with the three dots.
The 3 dots make the ooh sound.
There you go.
And then the next one is bet, right? So rube.
There you go.
Okay, and then rock.
No, what that dot on the top make? They make an O sound.
Rope.
There you go.
Okay, and then rock, because that's the I sound.
There you go.
And then the Roy. Rock.
There you go.
Okay. And then Ra again.
No, that's one dot. Underneath the rich. One dot. Now that make.
Oh, I read the last one. The 1 dot is row.
No, underneath.
No.
E. Re.
Oh, the E, I'm sorry. Yeah. So re.
And the last one is what?
Wow.
2 dots. 2 dots make a what sound? Hey.
Ray, I'm sorry.
You all good, you all good. Ray. All right. Line 4, beat y'all. Where you at, she grew?
Okay. Joe. Shoes.
You got, hold on. That number, where you at? Number 4?
Number 4.
Okay, yeah. Show.
Show. Shoes. Shoot.
There you go.
Choke.
Good job. Come on.
Shaw.
Good job. Come on.
Sheet.
There you go.
Show.
Good job. Y'all making this look easy. Y'all starting to make it look easy. Line 5.
Can you repeat that line? Because I could not hear nothing she said.
Okay. Line
you want me to do it or you gonna do it?
Line 4. It should be show, shoes, shoot, choke, shop, sheet, show.
Okay.
All right. Number 5. Line 5. We back up to Sister Zipporah. Where you at?
Okay, I'm here.
All right, let's get it done.
I'm still here. Okay, line up. That's going to be so.
Yep.
Sue. Sock.
Yeah.
Seed. Salt.
Good job.
Say.
Good job. Look bit. You got row 6. What it do?
I don't know if y'all can hear me. My phone is about to go out, but I'm gonna do this one and I'm gonna have to get off.
Oh, you ain't charged your phone a little bit. Here you go.
It was at 100%. I don't know what happened.
It's all good, She-Bro. Go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, you got line 6, She-Bro.
Okay. Toe. Tube.
Good job.
Tuga. Toad, Ta, Tav, Tease, and let me find that one.
Now you see my purse?
Take.
Good job, a little bit. Good job. All right, Sister Valerie, you got row 7. What it do?
All right. My
I can't believe this phone. It was at 100%.
My
What you got? Number 7 is what?
or
the three dots in a triangle underneath the consonant. What kind of stuff?
so that's an eh.
That would be my wet.
My wet.
Now look, it's a drink. Everybody knows a drink called Moet. Now y'all know that's the word for death in Hebrew.
Oh my. Okay.
That's crazy. They got a drink called death, basically. All right, so that's my bet or my wet. Okay, what's the next one?
La mote.
There you go.
Year.
That's a Y or a bar with 2 dots underneath.
Where? Right.
There. Okay. What's the next one?
There. Or.
Yeah, that's the Hebrew word for light. And most I said, let there be light. That's that word right there. All right, come on.
Core.
Yep.
What?
There you go.
What?
Top. Yep. What's the next word?
What's happening? The dot.
That's a E underneath the Y. Come on.
Oh, like.
You come there with me. What's that one?
The last one.
That's a famous king. That's a famous king in Israel.
For the last one.
Got a second to the last one.
The last one. David.
There you go, David. David.
David or David and Dodd.
Dode.
Golly. Dode. Got it.
Dode. All right. So look, we got the 5 final letter forms. Hebrew got 5 letters that took on a different form. Y'all gonna have to get a box here.
It is breaking up really bad.
Is it?
The words are so mumbled.
Oh man. Wonder what can get done about that. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
You're still breaking up in between.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and try to adjust some type of audio levels or something. Let me see. Yes. Hold on 1 second. See what I can do. All right. What about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's a little better, but you still sound like it's broken words.
Oh man, hold on. Let me try to turn you up. That's just Alicia Edwards.
Yes.
Try to turn you up, son. I don't know what to say, y'all. I mean, hey, I ain't the author of this technology. You feel me? Turn it like.
It was actually kind of better when we were on the YouTube. It wasn't this, you know, we could hear you loud and clear. This way, it's real staticky and breaking up.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think on YouTube say the same thing.
Yeah.
It sounds louder, but it's just she say somebody say it's just you, brother Mary. I'm not even on my phone. It's on what's on this time. Dang. You back, she bro? Can how do I sound to you?
We can make out what you're saying. It's a little jarbled, but we can make it out.
Okay. Well, y'all please forgive me about that. I wish I was the author of this stuff. You know, I'll make the correction. But you know. All right. Well, let's try to get through this. Let's try to get through this, and then we'll pick back up. We'll pick back up Sunday at 7 p.m. All right.
Sunday at 7.
Okay.
Sunday at 7. We're gonna be going through chapter 3. All right. We're on the 5 final letter forms. 5 Hebrew letters have a different state when they are written at the end of a word. The regular and final forms of a letter is still the same letter, and they are pronounced in the same form. There's only 5 letters that when you look at them, if they appear at the end of a word, they got different shapes to them. So you're going to train your eye to catch it as you keep going. You'll be like, oh, okay, that's what that is right there. All right? So these are the letters. The kaf. I know that says CH right there, but nobody uses CH in Hebrew. It's always hard K's. All right? You got like 3 letters that make a K sound. You got the ket, the kaf, and the kuf. They make K sounds. All right? But the kaf, when it appears at the end of a word, it looks like a long 7, a wide, long 7. The word in Hebrew for king is malek or malak. Right? The last letter is a kaf. So when you write it out, you write out mem, lamed, kaf. You don't write out the back of the C. You write out the long, wide 7 right there in the middle. All right. The next letter is shaped different at the end of a word is the mem, which make up the M as in moon sound. A famous word in Hebrew, the word for God, is Elohim. All right? And M at the end of Elohim takes on the form in that middle row right there. All right? The next letter, Nun. How you say most high in Hebrew is Elyon. Elyon. The last letter in there is Nun. And when you write it out, you have Ayan, Lamed, Yod, Wav, and then a Nun. And you see it's a 7, but it's a skinny number 7. That's right there in that middle row. All right. The next one is a Pei or a Fei. And it's just like the upside down backwards G, except it don't have a curve on it. It's just extended down. All right. A famous Hebrew in the Bible is Yosef or Joseph. When you spell out his name, Yod, Y, Samet, and Pei, and at the end of it, the last letter of his name looks just like that. All right, in that second row. The last letter that takes on a different form at the end of a word is Zaidi. The famous word in Hebrew is Eretz, which means earth. It's spelled Aleph, Resh, Zaidi. The last letter of the Eretz is spelled out just like that, like you see in that second or middle row right there. So it's only 5 letters. They don't change their meanings. Their numerical value don't change. Their pronunciation don't change. It's just the shapes take on a different form at the end of a word. That's it. All right. They actually call them suffix or suffix, which means end. All right. Now look, we got examples. Examples. All right. The first one we're gonna deal with is the kaf. Right. In the beginning or middle of a word, number one, you would say shakab or zakar. Right. The kaf is in the middle, is the middle letter in both those words right there, number one. But when you get to the end of a word, it looks like a wide number 7. You got lakay, and then you got kamoka. And you see how it takes on a different form because it's at the end of a word.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, number two. The next letter is M or mem. Number 2, the beginning of the word is ma. Ma. You see how it's shaped, like it's open. The second letter is emi. Emi. You still have same, it's still shaped like that. But when you get over to at the end of a word, you see how it's closed off. You got aim, and then you got yom. Y'all see the difference?
Yes.
Okay, number 3.
Yep.
Number 3, you got na'or, and then you got bana. You get over to the end of a word, you got amen, and then you got bang. Y'all see how the end take on a different shape at the end of a word?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, number 4. Dealing with the pay here. You got nafal, and then you got shafat. You see that backwards upside down G? It either makes the
Yes.
P or the F sound.
Huh?
It says af or kaf. Takes on a different form at the end of a word. All right, and then number 5, we're dealing with the ZD. You got Zadik, and then you got Matzah. You see how it look like a crooked Y kind of with a base on it? When you get over to
Yes.
the final form of it at the end of a word, you see it looks like an extended Y. Like the top of it is still the same, it's just extended the bottom out. It's not sitting on this bottom anymore, it's standing up. Okay? Alright, so look, it says the final form kaf is usually written with 2 dots inside it. These dots have no sound. Sometimes the vowel T appears inside the final form kaf. This is pronounced cha, but just say ka, y'all. Just say ka. Ka. All right, so it says the 2 dots have no sound. You ain't even got to worry about that when you see 2 dots inside the ka or that kaf. When you see that T inside of it, it's pronounced the same way as well. Ka. Hard K, ka. All right. Reading practice. Got Sister Valeria.
Okay.
Number 1.
Lock. Pop.
Yep, lock. Pop. All right, the next one. Aleka. Good job.
Aleka.
Mm-hmm.
Aleka.
Good job.
Aleka.
Yep.
Banika.
No, there's a 3 dots triangle. What kind of sound that make? Underneath that note.
Oh, So ne. Bane.
Yep.
Baneka.
There you go.
And then
Stop. Get out.
Pardon? Oh. Sad.
Yeah.
and Tazad, and then me, May Tazab, May Tazab,
Meitzab. Meitzab. Meitzab.
May Tzab.
Meitzab. Good one. Good one, she brew. Who we got up next? Beat Ya, number 2.
Mayim.
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 That means water in Hebrew. Mayim. Come on.
Ayin.
Am.
Aim. Matazak. No, Matazah. Matazah.
There you go. There you go. Come on.
Shamar. No, Shamar.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
Bomb.
Yeah, like you dropped a bomb. Go ahead.
Tapadur. This one's tricky.
Remember, that's a ZD. So, I mean, if you can't get the T and the S together, use it like it's a Z. You can just say like Zafun. Zafun.
Zafu. Zafun.
Yeah, that's a noon that's the end that take on a different form at the end of the word. Zafun. All right. Sister Zipporah, when you at she broke.
All right. The first word would be Bane. Na.
Yep.
Neen.
Good job.
Nata. Natan.
Yep, like Nathan, Natan, which means to give. Go ahead. You pronounced it right in the time. Just when you read about the Hebrew prophet Nathan in the scriptures, that's his name right there. That's how his name is spelled, Natan. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Loon. Efes.
There you go. Good job. Good job, Shebrew. And they say right here, summary of possible pitfalls. Here is a review of all the look-alike letters in the alphabet. All right, so all the way to the right, you got the male and the noon. Which you can see, if you just glanced at it, you'd be like, dang, you would mistake that for that. All right. The next set of letters, you got a noon final, you got a kaf final, and then you got a dalet. Everybody see that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next group of letters, you got a kaf and you got a bet. Right? See, the bet has a tail on it, and the kaf don't. It has a base that sits on it.
Right.
All right. The next group of letters, you got a ZD and a left. All right. But once you look at it, you can see, oh, okay, they are different letters. All right. Second row, all the way to the right, you got a kaf and you got a noon. Second group of letters, you got a taf, you got a ket, you got a hey. I'm right here, son. Third group of letters, you got a yod, you got a wa, you got a zayin. All right. And then the last group of letters, you got a tet and you got a mem. All right. That's the end of 18. Let's go on down to page 19. All the way to far right. You got a dalet and you got a resh. You got a noon final, you got a wa, and you got a yod. All right. Next group of letters, you got a samek and you got a mem final. Last group of letters, you got an ayan and you got a zayd. Ayan and zayd. All right. Next it says, here is a review of all the letters that sound alike. All the letters that sound alike. All right. I'm at the top row, all the way to the right. Remember, we always gonna start on the right because Hebrew is written from right to left. So you got a wav, but you can use it as a V. And then you got a bet without the dot. So you got both of those make a V sound. All right. You got a shin, but with the dot to the left, which make an S sound, and then you got a samek that make an S sound. Right here. Now we right here. You got an ayan, and then you got the left. Both of those are silent letters, and they only make sounds if there are some type of vowel points underneath. All right. Next group of letters, you got a kaf and you got a kuf. Both make a K sound. Next group of letters, you got a kaf final, you got a kaf regular, and you got a K. All those make K sounds. All of them. K. All about K. All right. And then the final group of letters, you got a tet and you got a tav. Both of those make T sounds. Both of them. All right. Exercise. Exercise. This is homework. Write the last 13 letters of the Hebrew alphabet and the 5 final letters 10 times each. Okay. Write each except in the final letters first without vowels, then with vowels. As you write, say the sounds aloud. Be sure to include all the vowels you have learned. So all of them. You're going to be dealing with the T, the minus, 1 dot, the 2 dots, 3 dots that look like a triangle. You're going to be dealing with the 3 diagonal dots, which make the oop sound. You'll be dealing with the dot above the wav and the dot in the gut. All right? So, again, write the last 13 letters of the Hebrew alphabet and the 5 final letters 10 times each. Write each first without vowel, except the final letters. Write each first without vowels, then with vowels. As you write, say the sounds aloud. Be sure to include all the vowels you have learned, because as you write and speaking, it's running through your memory like several times to where you log in it 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 witnesses. All right. Exercise 2. Practice reading the following words aloud. Be careful not to confuse the letters that look alike but sound different. All right. And some more homework that you got. There's some more homework you got as well. All right. You're gonna practice reading the following words aloud. And look, take your time. Take your time with it. Once you perfect what you're doing, then you can work on speed. We're working on skills and fundamentals right now. You know what I'm saying? And once you get them skills and fundamentals down, then you can work on reading fast. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get the fundamentals down first. So you got 11 through 15. Well, yeah. Well, it's 15 sections right here. You know what I'm saying? But we always start from the right to the left. And you trip up how a lot of the letters look alike or whatever. Don't rush. Take your time. Look at it. Then say it out loud. All right? 3. The following Hebrew letters from English words. The following Hebrew letters form English words, and they have no meaning in Hebrew. Find the English word in the list below that matches each Hebrew form. Now, this is a fun exercise right here. You feel me? So that's more homework for you. So, for example, odd. If you would look down here and find odd, the number 1 says odd. Number 2 says seed. You would look down there and find seed. Number 3 says sheets, like your bed sheets. You would look down here and find sheets. Number 4 says scene, like you seen. You look down there and find scene. Again, these exercises are training your eye and your mind and your pronunciation. You know what I'm saying? To read, write, and speak Hebrew. Right? So all that's homework right there. Number 4, read the names of the letters in the Hebrew alphabet aloud. They are listed in alphabetical order. The initial letter of each word will tell you which letters be in name. Write all the forms of all the letters in the Hebrew alphabet and copy the correct letter name next to each one. Now get that? It says read the names of the letters in the Hebrew alphabet aloud. They are listed in alphabetical order. The initial letter of the first letter of each word will tell you which letter is being named. All right. Write all the forms of all the letters in the Hebrew alphabet and copy the correct letter name next to each one. So, for example, that first group of words right there says, I left. I left. So now you understanding that you can actually spell out each letter as well. You know what I'm saying? The next one says bait. The next one says gimel. The next one says dalet. The next one says hey. The next one says vav. The next one says wav. The next one says zine. The next one says ket. So it's saying, like, once you speak that, write the left next to it. Then once you speak bet or bait, write the bait next to it. Once you say Gamel, write the Gamel next to it. And when you get down to your final forms too, like remember it's 5 letters, they got 5 final forms. So you want to write them out as well. So for example, when you get down to the kaf, you ain't gonna just write the simple kaf, which is the backwards C. You will also write the final form of kaf. You know what I'm saying? When you get down to mem, you ain't gonna just write the letter mem how it appeared in the beginning of the word. You're gonna write the final form for it as well. All right. So what they just did basically was spell out each letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and in the beginning letter of each, you already got the answer because the first letter in each word tell you what it is. You feel me? So the left starts with the left. The bait starts with the bet. The Gamel starts with the Gamel. So you have your answers all already in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's homework too. 5. Read the following combinations and write out the 2 that sound alike. Read the following combinations and write out the 2 that sound alike. So you got Marom, you got Madim, you got Manos, you got Modim, and then you got Shalom. So the second word and the fourth word sound the same. You got, again, Marom, Modim, you got Manos, and then you got Modim again. So it says write out the 2 that sound alike. So you will write out the second word, and then you will write out the fourth word. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's exercise 5. Exercise 6. The following are real Hebrew words. Read them aloud until you can read them easily. You know what I mean? You just run right through them. You run right through them, you read them aloud until it's real easy for you to read. You know what I mean? Line 1 says, Aden, Aleph, Banim, Beged, Shabbat, Lek, Zerah, and Cain. So it says, read the following all real Hebrew words, read them aloud until you can read them easily. So you just train yourself. And all that's doing is training your mind to pick up subtle differences with the letters. All right?
All right.
All right. And then right here, exercise 7 says, write out the first 4 lines of exercise 6. If you need extra practice, write out all of exercise 6. Right? So we're just saying, write out the first 4 lines, but if you need more practice, write all of them out. It ain't gonna hurt you to write all of them out. Don't be scared to do your homework and to push yourself and apply yourself. It ain't gonna do nothing but make you better. All right. And then number 8, it says read and enjoy. I'm saying read and enjoy. See, Betty, eat, Betty, eat. So what they just say? What that sound like? Y'all get that?
See, Betsy, eat, Betsy, eat.
Yeah, there you go. So look at, in other words, look at Betty eat. See, Betty eat, Betty eat. Betty is a woman, Betty. So what you saying? See, Betty eat, Betty eat. So it's just a little, you know what I'm saying, a little mind thing. The next one says, see Betty eat quiche. No, what does it say? Yeah, quiche. See Betty eat quiche.
Eat quiche.
Quiche.
quiche. Like
Eat quiche.
yeah,
Quiche.
yeah. It's an egg pie with cheese and spinach. Quiche.
That's a food. Quiche.
Something.
Yeah,
I ain't know what that is. Okay, see,
it's tasty.
teach me something. She bro, that's what I'm talking about. See Betty eat quiche, Betty eat quiche. All right, and next one says, see Bob eat Betty's quiche. See Betty eat Bob. Okay, so see Bob eat Betty's quiche. See Betty beat Bob.
Betty don't play.
Betty don't play the game. So if for chapter 2, she brews and family listening live online. Again, if you don't have a PDF, drop it in the chat or wait for the video upload. Drop the email in the chat and wait for the video to upload and re-drop the email and I can send it to you. But somebody that's on the live chat can send it to you right now. That should be next time we go on live is Sunday, first day of the week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We may run through like the last part, you know what I'm saying, of chapter 2 and then get into chapter 3. Just to make sure everybody's fresh, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do your homework. Don't be afraid to push yourself. And also look into chapter 3 as well before we even get there. That way you know exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Is that
y'all, yeah, that's JoJo. That's JoJo.
Hello.
That's Judea.
Hello.
That's my lock leaning on my shoulder right here.
Hello.
Say shalom.
Yahoo. Yahoo.
Yeah. So again, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Looking at chapter 3 as well. Do y'all homework. Email me y'all homework at honorhumilitystl at gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? And y'all did an excellent job. Yeah, look, just after 2 classes, y'all reading it, y'all getting y'all vowel points down, and keep pushing. I'm gonna have to put the fires to the brothers, make sure the brothers stop being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all she bro showing the bros out.
Yeah, really. Oh, I say guardians of the throne.
Look at you, man. She over clown. All right, y'all. Excellent session.
all right?
Shalom, everybody.
Shalom. For the lesson.
Shalom.
Most happy with us all. Shalom.
Shalom.